Hello, good afternoon to everybody. Myself, Mr. Raut YB. Presently, I am working in Rai Shikshan Sanstha's Karmayur Bhavrao Patil Polytechnic, Satara as a lecturer in Electrical Engineering Department. Today, we are going to study first chapter of subject Electrical Circuit. In Electrical Circuit, there are total 5 chapters. First chapter is single phase AC series circuit. Second chapter is single phase AC parallel circuit. Third chapter is three phase circuit, and fourth chapter is network reduction and principles of circuit analysis, and last chapter is the network theorems. Now, name of first chapter is single phase AC series circuit. Now, a single phase AC series circuit consists of three parts. First part is the AC fundamentals, second part is the single phase AC circuits, and third part is the single phase AC series circuits. Before the study of single phase AC series circuit, we have to know what is mean by AC fundamentals, then we have to know what is mean by the single phase AC circuits, not series, only AC circuits. So firstly, we are going to study AC fundamentals. Okay. Now, firstly, we can revise what is mean by voltage, what is mean by EMF, and what is mean by current. Now, as you studied in fundamentals of electrical engineering subject, voltage, concept of EMF, concept of current. Now, briefly, I can revise that concept here. Now, what is mean by voltage? The voltage is potential difference between the 2 points is called as a voltage. What is mean by voltage? Voltage is a potential difference between the 2 points, and it is denoted by capital V, and its unit is volt. Now, I again repeat, what is mean by voltage? Voltage is a potential difference between the 2 points. It's called as a voltage, and it is denoted by capital V, and its unit is volt. Now, second one is the EMF. EMF is electromotive force. Now, definition of EMF is the force which is responsible for the flow of electrons in a particular direction. It's called as a EMF. In simple way, the force which is responsible to flow electrons in a particular direction is called as a EMF. That means EMF is responsible for the flow of electrons in a particular direction. Either that direction is either positive to negative or negative to positive. It's called as a EMF, and EMF is denoted by capital E, and unit of EMF is volt. Unit of EMF is volt. Now, next one is the current. Current is the flow of electrons is called as a current, and current is denoted by capital I, and unit of current is ampere. Okay. Now, electrons are responsible for the flow of current. That means when any material is having electrons, then that material can carry the current. Okay. Now, the definition of current, I again repeat, the flow of electrons is called as a current, and it is denoted by capital I, and its unit is ampere. Now, another definition of current is also there, which you had studied in fundamentals of electrical engineering. Now, what is that definition? The current is the ratio of change of charge with respect to change of time. It's called as a current. That means current is defined as it is a ratio of rate of change of charge with respect to rate of change of time is also called as a current. Okay. Now, there are the total two types of the current. Now, first type is the alternating current, which is shortly abbreviated as a AC current, and second type is the direct current, which is shortly abbreviated as a DC current. As we all know the AC current and DC current. Now, firstly, we can see the difference between the two current. First current is the alternating current, and second current is the direct current. Now, a definition of alternating current is the current whose magnitude and direction is continuously changes with respect to time. Now, what is meant by alternating current? The alternating current is the current whose magnitude and direction it changes with respect to time. It's called as a alternating current, and direct current is exactly opposite to the alternating current. That means the current whose magnitude and direction does not changes with respect to time is called as a direct current. Now, we can revise. Alternating current is the current whose magnitude and direction it changes with respect to change in time. It's called as alternating current. And direct current is the current whose magnitude and direction does not changes with respect to time. It's called as a direct current. That means basically alternating current is depends upon the time, and direct current is does not depends upon the time. Now in alternating current we can use a transformer. In direct current we does not use the transformer, because in next semester you are going to study the electrical machine and transformer. In that subject you are going to study the transformer. Now now here I am going to just one sentence. Transformer is a device which is used to step up or step down voltage. That means transformer is used to either increase voltage or decrease the voltage. Now in direct current there is no provision to increase or decrease the voltage. That means in direct current we are not going to use the transformer, or transformer is not possible to use in direct current. But in AC current we are going to change the magnitude of current. So when we are going to change the magnitude, that means magnitude of current, that means we are going to change the magnitude of voltage. Now distribution efficiency, the efficiency of alternating current is high as compared to the efficiency of direct current. Now design of machine, in alternating current it is simple, in direct current it is complicated. Generation, alternating current generation is easy as compared to the DC. Applications of alternating current are AC machine, and applications of direct current are DC machine. Now this is the basic two types of the current. First one is the alternating current and second one is the direct current. Now we are going to study first definition, waveform. Now in simple way, waveform can be defined as a waveform is a graph. A graph of alternating quantity versus time is called as a waveform. Waveform is simple way. Waveform is a graph of alternating quantity versus time is called as a waveform. Now this is called as a waveform. Now in electrical engineering there are three quantities are alternating, which are voltage, current and power. In electrical engineering there are three quantities are alternating: voltage, current and power. These three quantities are called as alternating quantities because these quantities magnitude is depends upon the time. That means when time gets changed, then magnitude of these three quantities gets changed. Now so that we can define waveform by it is a graph of voltage versus time, or we can also define as it is a graph of current versus time, or we can also define as it is a graph of power versus time. It's called as a waveform. Now I can again repeat, waveform is a graph of alternating quantity versus time. It's called as a waveform. For that waveform we have to plot alternating quantity on y-axis and time is on x-axis. Now there are total three alternating quantities: voltage, current and power, which whose magnitude depends upon the time. Now next definition is the cycle. Now cycle is a complete set of positive half cycle and negative half cycle. It's called as a cycle. That means when we combine positive half cycle and negative half cycle, then it becomes a complete one cycle. When complete one cycle becomes when we combine positive half cycle and negative half cycle, then one cycle is complete. Now this is not called as a cycle because we have to firstly after positive half cycle, then continuously negative half cycle is there, then it is called as a cycle. Now this is also not called as a cycle because this cycle consists of only positive half cycle and second also a positive half cycle. For the cycle we have to positive half cycle and negative half cycle. Now this is an example of one cycle. One cycle is, here are the positive half cycle and here is the negative half cycle, is called as a cycle. Now one cycle in degree is equal to 360 degree and in radian one cycle is equal to 2 pi. Now also here is this second diagram of cycle. This is a positive half cycle, then continuously like again repeated negative half cycle, positive, negative. This is one cycle. Now again positive half cycle, then negative half cycle, second cycle completed. Now positive half cycle, negative half cycle, third cycle is completed. This is called as a cycle. Okay, next definition is the frequency. Now we study frequency and time period, both are together. Now frequency is defined as number of cycles completed by alternating quantity in 1 second is called as a frequency. That means number of cycles completed by alternating quantity in 1 second. That means in 1 second how many cycles are completed by alternating quantity is called as a frequency. Okay, frequency is denoted by capital F. Is right? Not. It is denoted by small f and its unit is hertz. Its unit is hertz. Now what is meant by frequency? Frequency is a number of cycle completed by alternating quantity in 1 cycle is called as a frequency. Now that alternating quantity may be voltage or current or power is called as a frequency, and frequency is denoted by small f. Frequency is always denoted by small f. It is not denoted by capital F and its unit is hertz. Now second definition is second definition is the time period. Time period is the time taken by alternating quantity to complete one cycle is called as a time period. That means a time required to complete one cycle for an alternating quantity is called as a time period, and time period is denoted by capital T and its unit is second. Its unit is second. Now time period and frequency are togetherly connected. That means when time period is equal to 1 upon frequency and frequency is equal to 1 upon time period, when you are going to solve the numericals, then you have to know time period, then we have to know time period, then we have to also know the frequency. When frequency is known, then we can calculate time period, and when time period is known, then we have to calculate frequency. Okay, now next definition is the instantaneous value. A value of an alternating quantity at a particular instant of time is called as the instantaneous value of that quantity. Now this is the waveform of current. On y-axis current is shown and on x-axis time is shown. Now what is meant by instantaneous value? The values which is obtained at a particular instant of time is called as instantaneous value. Now this value of current is I1, next value is I2, next value is I3. Now when current is I1, time is T1. When current is I2, then time is T2. That means when time is T1, then current is I1. That means at a time instant is T1, then value of current is I1, then I1 is called as the instantaneous value. Now the instant of time is gets changed. Time T1 becomes T2, then value of current becomes I1 to I2. I2 is also called as the instantaneous value which is obtained at a particular instant of time. That instant is the T2. Now I3 is also the instantaneous value which is obtained at a particular instant of time. That instant is the T3. That means I1, I2 and I3 are the three instantaneous value which is obtained at a particular instant of time. That instants are T1, T2 and T3. That is T1 is I1 is available or obtained at an instant of T1, I2 is obtained at an instant of T2 and I3 is obtained at an instant of T3. These are the instantaneous values of current. Now next definition is the amplitude. Now amplitude is also called as a maximum value, it is also called as a peak value, or it is also called as a crest value. There are the four names of amplitude. First one is the amplitude, maximum value, peak value and crest value. Now definition of amplitude is the maximum value which is obtained or attained by an alternating quantity in a cycle. It's called as amplitude, or it is also called as a maximum value, or it is also called as a peak value, or it is also called as a crest value. Now note is here. Maximum value of voltage, it is denoted by Vm. Maximum of value of voltage is denoted by Vm, and maximum value of current, it is denoted by Im. Previously I taught voltage is denoted by V and current is denoted by I. Now maximum value of voltage is denoted by Vm and maximum value of current is denoted by Im. Im is suffix in both voltage and current. Now this is the definition of maximum value, or it is also called as a amplitude. Now I forget to tell, instantaneous values are denoted by small letter. That means instantaneous value of voltage is denoted by small v, and instantaneous value of current is denoted by small I. Okay. Now next definition is the average value. Now what is mean by average value? Average value is defined as arithmetical average or arithmetical mean or the arithmetical sum of all the instantaneous values of an alternating quantity over a cycle is called as a average value. That means in simple ways, when we can average all the instantaneous value, it's called as a average value. That means, now in previous slide we studied instantaneous value. Now here are the total 3 instantaneous values, which are I1, I2 and I3. Now average value of these 3 instantaneous values is the arithmetic sum. That means I1 plus I2 plus I3, and number of quantities are 3. This is the called as a average value. This is called as a average value. Now average value is defined as average of all the instantaneous value over a cycle. It's called as a average value. Now for voltage it is denoted by VAVG, and for current it is denoted by IAVG, and formula for calculation of average value is VAVG equal to 0.637 multiplied by Vm, and average value of current is IAVG is equal to 0.637 multiplied by Im. That means when we have to calculate average value of voltage, then we have to multiply by maximum value of voltage, and when we have to calculate current, then we have to multiply maximum value of current to the 0.637. That means for calculation of average value of voltage, we have to require maximum value of voltage, and for calculation of average value of current we have to require maximum value of current. Now next definition is the RMS value. Now RMS, the long form of RMS is the root mean square value. In some books or in some model answers, there is the definition of RMS value is only, it is also it is root mean square value is called as RMS value, but practically it is not acceptable definition. For that we have to study this definition. For an alternating current, the RMS value is defined as the value of steady current, that means DC current, which produces the same power or heat produced by the alternating current during the same time under the same condition. That means I have to tell you in simple words, when physical conditions remains constant. That means what is mean by physical conditions? That means time period, temperature, that these conditions are called as a physical condition. When physical conditions remains constant, then heat produced by DC current is equal to the heat produced by AC current. Then at that instant the value of current is called as a RMS value of current. Okay. Now RMS value of voltage is denoted by Vrms, RMS value of current is denoted by Irms. Now voltage formula for RMS value calculation is the Vrms equal to 0.707 into Vm, and RMS value of current is calculated by equation 0.707 into Im. Now next definition is form factor. The form factor is the ratio of RMS value to the average value is called as a form factor. Form factor is denoted by Kf and its standard value is 1.11. Form factor is the ratio of RMS value to the average value of an alternating quantity. It's called as a form factor. Form factor is denoted by Kf and standard value of form factor is 1.11. Now second definition is crest value is also called as a peak factor. Now peak factor is defined as a peak value to the RMS value of an alternating quantity is called as a crest factor. Crest factor is denoted by Kp, or it is also called as a peak factor, and standard value is 1.41. Now these are the two factors. First factor is the form factor and second factor is the crest factor. Form factor is defined as a ratio of RMS value to the average value is called as a form factor, which is denoted by Kf, and its standard value is 1.11. Now crest factor is also called as a peak factor. It is defined as it is a ratio of peak value to the RMS value. You can also use as it is a ratio of maximum value to the RMS value, or you can also define as it is a ratio of amplitude to the RMS value, or you can also define as it is a ratio of crest value to the RMS value of an alternating quantity is also called as a crest factor. Because peak value is also called as a amplitude, it is also called as a maximum value, it is also called as a crest value. Now it is denoted by Kp, and its standard form is or standard value is 1.41. Now last definition is the angular velocity. Sometimes in problem it is also termed as a angular velocity, or also it is also called as a frequency. Now what is mean by angular velocity or angular frequency? The rate of change of angle with respect to time is called as angular velocity. The rate of change of angle with respect to time is called as angular velocity, and it is denoted by omega. It is denoted by omega, and its unit is radian per second. What is mean by angular velocity? The rate of change of angle with respect to time is called as angular velocity, and it is denoted by omega, and its unit is radian per second. It's called as angular velocity or angular frequency. For today's I think this is sufficient. Thank you very much. For next video we are going to study the single phase AC circuits, which are resistive circuit, inductive circuit and capacitive circuit, and after that we are going to study the single phase AC series circuit. Okay, thank you.